going on, people? Kash Kream Developments, and welcome to another episode of Kream Access as we take you behind the scenes on a very special project this time. We're not working on a car, but we are actually working on a brand spanking new My 17 wide arch body kit developed exclusively by us at Kream Developments, and this is major key for us, as DJ Khaled says, because it's a new kit that's been developed and we haven't even launched it yet, but it's going on display at SEMA. That's right, it is going to be on display at SEMA with our friends at Rohana Wheels, that is. So how this came about, we got a message from someone in America who owns a GTR, who's massive in the scene out there. He's seen some of the production designs, he follows us on Instagram very closely, he's been watching what's been going on, what we've been doing, and absolutely fell in love with the prototype concept of what we are building. We've already built a car here belonging to Aziz, which hasn't been launched yet. The kit hasn't been launched yet, but we've let off a few pictures here and there, and just going literally by those pictures, this guy has fallen in love completely and wanted to go with one of our custom builds. Now obviously we're not building the car, but we are building the kit. The kit's now almost 50% in production, consisting of our front bumper, our wide front wings or fenders as they call it there, again rear wide arches, rear bumper, and all carbon undersill kit parts as well. This is going to be done slightly differently as opposed to what we're doing here. The whole kit's going to be pretty much made out of carbon fibre. There'll be a lot of exposed carbon fibre on display on this kit as well. It's a new thing that I think Porsche and some of the big boys have brought out. Now the rear bumper has been taken from the Nismo design. So it's a Nismo wide arch rear bumper that we've completely modified, and we've added our own touch to it, especially with the lower part of the bumper as well, where we've cracked it open, gone wide, added carb vents in there. I mean, you'll have to see it to understand what I'm saying. The rest of it is our own front fenders or wings, with the carbon vents in it, carbon top winglets, carbon side skirts, running boards, and of course the carbon rear wide arches. Let's take you around the workshop. I'll show you what Paul's getting on with, so you can see the kit in its production and how far we've got of it so far. Right, so here you can see our exclusive edition Kream My 17 front bumper, which Paul's prepping. This bumper is designed to fit standard cars, but of course this is going on our wide arch version. So for our wide arch cars, we have developed this bumper extension, which goes on like so. Now that makes up for the 45mm width of our front wings for fenders. You can see here where the carbon's exposed on the bumper as well, so we're going to do some clever masking here, where some of the carbon is exposed, just for show really. And Paul will be putting that into primer today. This is featuring our large mouth section of the bumper where we have raised it, which is great for the big power cars out there. Ample cooling to the intercoolers, and of course there's secondary vents that have been dropped in on either side. This again is really good for people running oil coolers, transmission coolers, that sort of stuff. Over here you can see the fenders, which are ready, and again with the carbon exposed. Now this of course will have the 3 carbon vents fitted and the top winglet. As far as that's concerned, the front bumper, the carbon lower split that goes underneath this as well. These are our corner sections. They go like so. And the carbon splitter will be sitting underneath. Once we've got it in primer and build the bumper up, I'll let you guys have a look so you can see what it looks like built up. And of course the carbon V-grill will go right in the centre section there, and that'll be leaving just the carbon running boards, which have been made as well, the rear arches and the rear bumper left to prep and get it ready to go out to the States. Right guys, it's all hands on deck today at the Kream workshop. The kit is pretty much complete. Come and check out what we're doing today. The wings have been built up completely. So this is what we're doing. This is our 45mm wider wings, obviously for the wide arch kit, with the carbon vents, winglet, and the exposed carbon window, as you can see. That is ready. So the carbon V-grill going through prep now as we speak, and that will be lacquered later on today. Paul is working on, what are you working on, Paul?
Just pre-drilling every component, so when it gets to where it's going, United States or America, they can bolt it together. That's it.
Right, so yeah, so as you heard, he's pre-drilling everything for the bumper, so when it gets to our customer in America, everything just bolts up nicely. Come have a look. Again, this is a first time exclusive. As you can see, we've left a carbon window on the bumper as well, with the V-weave pattern, as you can see in the middle, where it joins up nicely. Again, complementing the rest of the body kit, where we've got the carbon window on the front fenders, the wings, and rear arch as well. So if you check out what Bubbler's doing now, these are the rear arches. Again, we wanted to achieve something really special with this body kit by not only producing a kit unlike anyone else out there, but with the most carbon on show. As I mentioned earlier, painted carbon is now a real in thing, and something that we've been doing for ages. So we really want to show it off with this body kit in particular. So this car that's going to be in Sema will be the first wide arch edition Kream GTR with all of this lovely carbon on display. Look at that. So that's the idea. All of the grey that you see here is a primer. So we've prepped the kit for the customer as well, leaving them less work to do on it. That's the idea. Of course, with any fiberglass, carbon fibre type product, there's always a lot of prep work involved and a professional body shop that needs to install it. We've just tried to make life a little bit easier and also make the product so much more nicer. So that, coupled with the carbon front wings, fenders, and a full carbon bonnet, should look really, really, really good. So we're almost there. Fenders ready. This is our carbon running boards that goes underneath the side skirts of the car. That'll look really, really good as well. Again, just so much carbon going on, it's just carbon heaven. But all those carbon lovers out there, this is the kit for you. Rear arch, front fender here again. So we're pretty much on point. The kit will be boxed up and finished today. And then tomorrow, Shabs can handle packaging it all up, getting it ready to get out to Arizona, I believe. Stay tuned. Right, it's been a long day finalising the kit. Managed to get it all prepped up, packaged and parcels, boxed up and ready to go. And as you can see, it's all loaded up on the van behind me. The man's right here. He's coming to take it away. And hopefully we should be seeing it in about a week in Arizona, for where the car's going to be built. And soon after we'll see it at Sema. So take it away, mate. Excited for this one. Okay, so we're on day 2 of boxing up all the parts for the Sema show. You saw yesterday, the last parcel left with the majority of all the parts to build the main first car. As you know, there's 3 cars in total. 2 of them are full builds with our wide arch body kits. One of them has been doing the Sema for the last couple of years already. So that's having our front end conversion, wide arch body kit, side skirt and all the rest of it. But because there's so many parts we've got to send out there, it won't go in the one box. So first box is left, gives them plenty to get on with and start building. And today I've just finalised and completed the wide arch rear diffuser. We're also supplying all stainless steel nuts and bolts provided throughout the entire kit, from the front, back and sides. Everything stainless steel, nothing rust. And obviously they're a lot stronger. So yeah, rear diffuser's ready, back bumper's ready. The second set of fenders, or front wings as we call it here, are ready also to go for the second car. side strips are ready, and a couple of odds and sods, and that will be everything done today. The last and final thing for us to do is actually finalise our rear diffuser. We have created a new rear diffuser that goes underneath. That won't be going in this parcel, but that will be going with the last and final parcel, which will be, I think, in about a week's time. So fingers crossed for the boys at SPS Autosport. You've got a lot of work cut out for you in a very short space of time. I have faith in you. I'm sure you guys can get it done. Two big wide body cars representing Kream Developments in Las Vegas, SEMA. I'll see you guys on 29th. So these here are the carbon vents that belong to our front wings, or fenders if you like. These are our new improved version, because we have now put a return here which makes the actual vent look a lot thicker and also give it strength, make it sturdy, and it stops it from warping. Yeah, it won't get bent over time. Keeps it nice and strong. But as you can see, there's filler applied around all of it, and the reason why we do that is because these are hand laid products. These are not done in an autoclave machine. These are all hand laid carbon products. We put a bit of skim around everywhere to basically fine tune and protect the product and make it look really, really nice. The actual face of the product, which is carbon fibre, looks fine. Obviously it doesn't look fine now, but I'll show you once it's completed. So we just go around giving a little skim here and there around the edges and stuff, and what that does, it fills any little pinholes, any imperfections which we find they tend to have around the returns. Once he makes them nice, he will then mask it off around all the edge, and then they'll get a coat of black paint, and then he will demask it and he will lacquer the entire lot in, locking in the black paint that he's done, and the product will just look really, really nice when it's done. So we'll come back to that and I'll show you, but again, these are the last bits that belong to the front wings that are going to America for the SEMA show, and these pieces here go between the rear quarter and the lower diffuser part, the back bumper. Again, the point is to flow with the style with what we're doing on the front wings, okay? They've got triple slatted vent and the back bumper's got one. So yeah, we'll come back to that when they're completed. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done.
Yes, yes.
And here you go, this is what it looks like when it's complete. Beautiful, lovely carbon weave, nice and glossy. You can see all the black that I was talking about earlier. Excuse the dust. And that there is how they all come out. Really, really nice, with a nice gloss black going around all of it. So my next job for today is to build these wings up, to get all these carbon vents in place, get the top winglet on, and then these can be bubble wrapped to go with the rest of the shipment. Okay, so this is parcel number 2 going out to Arizona for the boys at SPS Autosport to get the second GTR ready for SEMA Show in Las Vegas. Let's go. Again, it's been very emotional. You asked for a pallet, yeah?
No, I can take it. Because I...
You asked for it.
Yes, because I'll get to my left side and the heavy pallet there.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the man who's now responsible for this body kit, the carpet rod. Take care, man. See you later. God bless.
Just wrapping up the last bits for the My 17 wide arch conversion. That's going out to Richard in Arizona.
And this is the last and final shipment going out to Mr. Richard Harrison in the US of A. This is our lovely courier lady who's come to collect it. Say hi to everybody on the camera. Oh, let's go. Need it open like that. This is my 17 bonnet. And a few other bits and pieces, rear diffuser. Last and final shipment going out to the States. Man excited. And the last shipment after this will be us shipping ourselves out to the States. They let us in, yeah boy.
Well, when I first got the GTR, the whole purpose of it was not to mod anything, really. I was actually planning on just keeping it stock. Always loved cars when I was younger, just never really got into the whole scene of things until Mermaid 2.0 came along and got the wrap done by EA Wraps, and it was one of the first color shifts in Arizona. And then once the airbags hit, I mean, everything else just decided I wanted to change the trunk, change the hood, add a front spoiler, stain all the side skirts, and just keep progressing more and more. What really inspires the change is, just keeping everything fresh, keeping up with the times, and not building the car for anybody else, but building it to how I want. And that's why Mermaid's just kind of different and unique. She's out of the box, Hi, I'm Eddie, aka Majestic Unicorn on Instagram, owner of Mermaid, soon to be version 4.0. It's a Nissan GTR. I am single and I like long walks on the beach, fluffy puppies, no kittens, and birds. My brother-in-law at the time decided to tell me to go look at the GTR, so one morning went for some coffee, stopped by the Nissan dealership, ended up walking out with the GTR. The GTR is actually the longest I've ever owned a car, and that's actually by choice, because with each build I make new friends, meet new people. That's how I met you guys with Vehicle View. That's how I met Tyler, Jay from One Auto, and Aaron, and Taylor with Filthy, and Trey, and Mario. The car and the events bring everybody together, and you forge new friendships with it, new bonds, and you just keep going. So the reason why I went from the modifications from stock 2.0 to what I call 2.5 is we were trying to get ready for Spocom. There were a lot of GTRs with wings and spoilers, and they're nice, they're beautiful, and each owner loves it for their own purpose. I'm just not a wing guy. So we went with the duckbill, which was an aggressive duckbill, and it's different, and I believe it's only one of two in Arizona of that type, so which is nice. Change out the front spoiler, carbon fiber in the side skirts to give it a more aggressive look when it's laid out, aired out, and actually change the exhaust to the Armytrix. So that gave it the little oomph that it needed to go to Spocom, to have that unique look with the way the wraps were. Also, the biggest change from 2 to 2.5 was that's when I got the underglows and the headlights done by Flyride, and the whole kit and caboodle on the lighting upgrade. So with the addition of the carbon fiber, I decided to add the hood, a carbon fiber hood to it, again to make her more aggressive looking. And then with the way the wraps were and the color changing starting to become more popular in the car scene, there was no way to differentiate it from other cars that are getting color shifts. So that's when I went to Color Bomb, and they had the capability of doing a custom printed wrap, and I just basically let them have at it, told them what I wanted, what colors I needed in it, and make it pop, and that's what they did on version 3. company that helped set Mermaid off, essentially, which is Rohana. They've been a great supporter from the very beginning. So once the decision with the kit and the wrap was all into play, reached out with Rohana, came up with a great game plan. They had a great idea for the new product that they want to release, and worked with them as far as everything involved with it, and tying Rohana, the body kit company, SPS, and Color Bomb all together, created a great team for the car.
Hi, I'm Richard from SPS Autosport. We've been customizing cars in Tucson, Arizona for 11 years now. We started out working on drift cars, 240s, stuff like that, and ended up moving to cars like GTRs, R8s, Porsches, more higher end cars, I guess. I got my GTR back in about 3 years ago, and we've kind of been messing with them since then. And with that, Eddy brought his car for us to build, and he wanted to build a Sema car. So we kind of took Mermaid version 2 or 3 and turned it into what you guys will see here now. Been fortunate to work with some of the best people in the industry, I would say. We've been very fortunate to work with Kream Developments. Kash has been super awesome with getting us the kit really fast. They're located in the UK. He pretty much got me the kit from when Eddy and I started talking to our doorstep in about a month, and that's them completely making it from scratch. So I mean, that's pretty impressive. We worked with Color Bomb, which has done a phenomenal job on this wrap. I worked with Quality First Paint and Body. I've worked with Oscar for quite a long time, and he did a phenomenal job of fitting the kit, making it is what it is now. Rohana, which basically these wheels were non-existent 7 days ago, and have cut the wheels, powder coated them, assembled them, and got them to us 2 days before Sema. So I mean, we've worked with some pretty phenomenal people. I'm really happy with the product and the way it's come out. I'm really excited for everybody to see it and see what you guys think. We've done everything from the engine bay to the body, wheels and tires, suspension. I mean, everybody has completely helped us out with this version of Mermaid. like to say thanks to Boost Logic for all of the titanium intake and the coolant expansion tank. I mean, those turned out awesome in there. My guy Rob over at Carbon Creator, he did all the custom carbon overlay on the piping and the Grady intake manifold. Once we got the body kit here, we started right away. We unpacked everything, took inventory of it, and started cutting the car up, fitting the kit, making sure everything fit well. After that, we took parts that we felt needed to be carbon skin, and we took them over to Rob over at Carbon Creator, and he took care of all the custom carbon skinning of the extra parts. And then after that, we took the car over to Oscar at Quality First Paint and Body, and he basically molded in the rear fenders, got everything to fit 100%, and then after that, it's off to Color Bomb.
I'm Adam Wright, co-owner of Color Bomb.
And I am Steve Moore, co-owner of Color Bomb.
Together we're the Bomb Squad.
Bomb Boys.
Color Bomb, the idea came from like when you get a tattoo and your whole arm or body is covered with art. That's called a color bomb. So we thought it would be cool to play on that word for a car. We color it with a color or a print or an advertisement. So we thought it was another word for the word, you know, vehicle wraps. It was a little bit more interesting, I guess you could say.
We met Eddy at Hot Import Nights, and we had one of our friends, Aaron, and he introduced us to Eddy, and we kind of just hit it off from there. You know, we became friends, and we were able to work on his car and for last year for Sema, and it's just been, our friendship has grown since then.
Well, I think the design process is, you know, ideas that just kind of come together and they keep building into this fine-tuned, tailored masterpiece that ultimately is what everybody envisioned. But it's kind of cool because we worked together and bounced ideas off of each other, and eventually it became something that we didn't realize what it was going to look like.
Boom, boom, boom.
First, it was kind of a safe choice on what we did for design. I think he saw what we were able to create with the first, the first wrap. I think this time around he kind of just turned us loose. He said, just wow me. So we really thought out of the box on this one, and I think we came up with something pretty unique.
Yeah, the colors, all the patterns. The way it just flows through the front to the back, you know, there's a purpose for everything. And I mean, I love it. And you hear people's reaction from when they walk in and see it. It's very encouraging, and that's what we do it for, you know.
What's cool is seeing people's reaction from side to side. Some people like you know, the passenger side. Some people like the driver's side. It's kind of cool to see everybody's reaction.
Yeah,
you know?
and one thing, you know, sitting next to him, starting from nothing, you know, we scrapped a bunch of ideas. You know, he's constantly re-editing and changing colors, you know, changing the shapes, and really coming together to make a complete wrap for Eddy. And I think that the final product came out really good, and I'm really excited to see everyone's reaction to the wrap. Mm-hmm.
So we've just got signed in, got our tickets finally, boom, that's our badge, and we're all good to go. We're going to walk straight into the convention, go and try and find the stand where the car is. Yeah man, excited much to see the GTR, finally on finally on stand should I say, with our exclusive wide arch kit, and that is a big deal. Okay, so we have finally found aisle 46,000 and 47,000. We're very close to the stand now, so we want you to capture the car at the same time we capture the car for the first time. 2017 Liberty Walk wide body. It's their brand new kit that's come out of the market. Okay, so we've just had a good chat with these guys over here with a 488. They've kind of made it look like an F50. We showed them what we've done with a 488 in the UK, and they absolutely love what we've done. And they're already looking at having one of our kits over, so boy, you never know. You might be seeing one of our 488 edition Kream carbon kits out in the US now. So we're literally around the corner now. That stand right there with the yellow Ferrari. The green Hurricane and the GTR.
Yeah, hey, tell me bitch who better? I got the crew bezels, I want the drop top. Hey, tell me bitch who better? Hey, she full of go-getters, I got the crew bezels, I want the Ashton. Hey, tell me bitch who better? Hey, tell me bitch who better? I got the crew bezels, I want the drop top. Tell me bitch who better? Hey, team full of go-getters, yeah, I got the crew bezels, I want the Ashton. Hey, tell me bitch who better? I'm on a new level, bitch, your crew better. I ain't never slacking, bitch, I'm Hugh Hefner.
To think that we work day and night getting this kit ready, using my own hands, and to see it out all the way in America, Las Vegas. That's a deal, man. Yeah. Kream Developments, internationally known.
We're taking over.
Taking the brand worldwide, man. I don't know what to say. I'm kind of lost for words. Okay, so we have drawn to a close at the Sema Show Las Vegas on day one. I'm pretty speechless, to be honest. The turnout was amazing. The show is absolutely vast. I mean, look at the stuff they've got here. It's insane. And the turnout for the GTR was phenomenal. Everyone was loving it. Everyone was stopping. They were checking the car out, asking a million questions. And even though the car was parked next to a Ferrari, a wide-bodied Ferrari and a Hurricane, an Audi R8, like, it's almost as though them cars never even existed. I'm not just saying that. Even the owner of the stand, Rohana, Joe, he was actually saying that himself. Everyone's just been on this GTR, and that's down to obviously a few things. Not only the fact that we've supplied and developed the body kit for it, but just the fact that it had an absolutely insane wrap that was on the car. There's not a single car on the show that's got a wrap on that level. It was done perfectly as well. The finish was bang on. The design was sick as well. And what more can I say? I mean, the car, all in all, everything just worked. The wheels, the new custom forged range of wheels that Rohana brought out. That's what the show is about for them. They're releasing the new wheels. That coupled with obviously the car, the kit, the air ride suspension, everything. It was just crazy, man. Everyone was absolutely loving it, and I think we killed it, man. I think we smashed it, really. Loads of interest, loads of people loving the body kit, loads of people asking questions about who we are, what we do, and it was great meeting so many people that actually knew who we were and recognised us as a company. I mean, we got stopped by somebody just by the logo on the back of the shirt. That was a good feeling. Boss. We are on day 3 at the Sema convention, and we still haven't even seen 50% of the show, but that's due to the fact that we're obviously working. We're spending a lot of time on the stand with the car, answering questions and stuff like that. But today's quite exciting because West Coast Customs came over to our stand yesterday, and they absolutely love what we've done with the GTR, and they want us to come over and speak to Ryan, the main man himself, and discuss future plans together and how we can potentially work together, which is like real exciting stuff. So that's what we're doing. I mean, check out the fleet of cars that are out here. Some next level.
These cars are nuts. You know what? The thing is, the roads here are big, so the cars are big as well. But you know what? Everything here is big. The drinks are big. The
RA at the end.
The people are big.
Okay, so we are at the West Coast Customs stand. Check it out. We've got a bag of cars on this stand, and we're going to be linking them up again tonight. We were with them last night, and they got a private party on. I like that. Let's do it. Cool. What's happening? Good, yeah? So you ready to shit up tonight? Are you ready? So I'm talking about sort of after party tonight, hosted by none other than West Coast Customs, the Vanity Club. That's where it's going down. I'm going to show him how UK does. So yeah, man, that's how it's going down. We're going to go check out a few more stands and head back. Yeah.